Good morning, everybody. It's Skincare Live Q&A, and I'm here with Claire. And yesterday we didn't go live when we did our Trinny London launch because it just didn't feel right, and we just needed to give a breather. And today, that we've had so many questions yesterday from people about how to use and what to buy that I thought it would be really good today to be with Claire, who's our Chief Innovation Officer, and go through routines, skincare routines. And we've now introduced the 3 phenomenal exfoliants yesterday and why you need them, why they are like this unbelievably crucial part of a routine, but how to use them, how to choose them, and which ones for you. That's bit. And then we'll tell you how they work. And Claire's got some phenomenal analogies as usual. And it's beyond everything. You know what I feel? Because yesterday I was as weak as a kitten, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And today I'm still physically a bit weak, but I did some exercise. But I want to be strong. Mm-hmm. This is about strength. This is about strengthening your skin, but I just want to say, I've woken up today, you look gorgeous. I've woken up today with the ravages of yesterday's feeling unwell. So I'm just going to show you, literally, even doing my cleansing routine and then exfoliant, how much that is going to change. So just witness the tiredness and the dark circles and the overall exhaustion on the face. Mentally, in my head, I'm feeling the best. Of any part of my body, in my head is the best. I don't know how many of you identify with that feeling, but let me just get my glasses as well. See, starting a fresh day. So, we knew when we were developing that a very, very important step was going to be the idea to use acids to exfoliate your skin. And we've on purpose called them liquid exfoliants because the word acid is so scary to so many people, but used properly is one of the most instant, transformative stages of a skincare routine. And if they're used correctly, and that's why I don't think there's any other company that's ever done 3 acids. People usually do a BHA and AHA, and then you think, oh, I don't understand the difference. So today we're going to go through all the different words around these things. HA, PHA, BHA, what do they stand for? What do they do? Why should I need it if I've got the AHA, PHA in my cleanser? All this kind of stuff. We have hundreds of questions here from yesterday, which we are going to answer today. So I'm very, Alison watching, so sick in her bed with COVID. Well, I'm really glad that we can entertain you for a bit because I've been there and I know how horrible that feels. And I hope you feel better. Angelique, I've spoken a lot about the Ukraine the last 2 days. Please look at my last feed and the meditation we did on Friday. I'm also doing some other things we've done. I've done my own donations, companies' donations to the British Red Cross, which we feel gets things there most immediately. And I'm doing some things that I'm going to sort of put myself up to raise some money that you can all bid on me for certain things, which you'll get to hear about the next few days. But life is also about living our lives, and so today I want to do that and talk about these because there were so many comments yesterday. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Jill. Sheila, best-witted, I know, receding tides and sunny days. Catherine, good morning. Elaine, good morning. Pam, meant to say I exercised with you this morning. Just what I need to thanks. P.S. New products are great. Thank you. Marianne. Great, understated launch yesterday. That's exactly what we felt it should be because of the situation. Christelle, that's sweet of you, darling. You're so sweet to say that. It's just some people might not watch my Instagram or Facebook every day and not know what I'm talking about on days they might not watch it. So it's really kind of you, those who watch me often, to let other people know what other conversations we're having on this channel. It's important to have lots of different conversations. So I'm going to start off and just say that, with cleansing my skin, and I'm going to do what I do in the morning, and then I'm going to show you what I do in the evening. But cleansing my skin, which you've seen me now do hundreds of times, and I'm going to say something about cleansing, because many of you have got the cleanser now. I use the balm, and when I use the balm, I mush it in my hands, soften it up. It's a different texture for some people, then put it on. What I need to do, I need that massage moment.
You need the massage. You need to be good to yourself.
I really need it. I really feel that draining and just having that moment. And this is what we want to show you, is the idea of what a routine looks like. And as you've seen, we've got number 2 now, and just where that's going to lead, so that you come on the journey. And I think skincare can be so confusing that we want to gently take you on that journey so people understand each stage. So I'm just going to do a little, I'm going to do it fast here because we want to get on.
But also just take a moment to smell the fragrance. And then I breathe in.
Breathing.
It is a medicinal herbal with a hint of floral, and I think it is such a special fragrance. So if you have that.
It is taking that breath, isn't it? We need to take that breath.
And this is the perfect product to do that in as well. Yeah, yeah.
It's so true.
And you feel like you're just being good to your skin, as well as actually being really kind from an actual barrier perspective.
Claire's like my mummy bear.
I know, sorry.
She's like my mummy bear. We all need a mummy bear. We need a mummy bear in the office. I'm going to take that off. Now, in the morning, and this is showing my morning, I then will do the PHA.
You'll double cleanse in the morning.
No,
you're going to go straight into that. Yeah.
So what I do is I clean my skin, and then I do the PHA. And I think I do the PHA because I spent many years doing acid, so my skin is used to things. But if you had a sensitive skin, or if you felt your skin just was stressed, or you'd never tried acids before, the PHA is a fantastic introduction. So as I put it on, show you how to put it on, Claire is going to tell you how it's going to work on your skin and what it's going to do. And it's called Tiptoe In.
And the point of our names has always been around trying to help people. This is the tiptoe into acids.
This is the tiptoe into
so
acids.
it is something that is super great for sensitive skin, but not just sensitive skin. I don't particularly have sensitive skin, but I love, this is something you can use every day, even twice a day. Yeah, so depending if your skin can take it. It is larger molecule size, so it has the gluconolactone, which is a really gentle PHA, and also a lactobionic acid. So these are
what it's doing for your skin is most important.
Is really important, but it's going to give you that gentle exfoliation, a nice, slow, gentle, but it's also going to clear your skin, give you the radiance. We also have all of our products. We tried to make these liquid exfoliants super accessible. So we have also combined everything with companion actives, as we're calling them. So this one actually has glycine bonded azelaic acid,
which is phenomenal for just reducing
super great
inflammation
for redness, for reducing inflammation, for strengthening the skin overall. So if you're not used to using a liquid exfoliant, this is the one to start with, and then you can actually build up the tolerance to be able to take stronger acids. So it's great for twice a day.
Great question. I've put this all over my skin, and you can see already just that sort of immediate, like my skin has woken up a bit. There's no tingling on this one. It's, as Claire says, really soft surface, but it's doing exactly that. It's gently exfoliating your skin. It's giving that glow to your skin, not in the superficial ways that makeup does, but in that deeper way that good ingredients do. So if you use retinol at night, yes, you can, and we'll go through that. So PHA, Tiptoe In, for those with sensitive skin, those very new to acids, those people who want to have exfoliation on their skin on a deeper level, because cleansing gently, cleans your skin, but it's not going in and exfoliating it, and that's
and it
what
works
these
well
do.
with all other types of serums. So whether it is the retinols and so on, there isn't an issue with using the PHA.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, if I have skin that's slightly congested or it's oily, so I have just a, maybe at 12 o'clock you get that shine on your skin, and you might have breakouts that sort of occur with your hormone fluctuations. You might have permanent breakouts, but you might also just have that skin that just sometimes feels congested. Then BHA is for you. Find your balance. Now, you use this in the evening, and you start off gently. So if you've never used an acid before, you might use this every 3 nights and build it up slowly. You're going to cleanse your skin, and then you're going to put it on after you cleanse your skin. And then if you do already have a retinol nightly routine, you might start by alternating it with your retinol and just using it every 2 nights, and then your retinol the other nights, and slowly build up, and always listening to your skin to using it before your retinol. So you cleanse your skin, put it on, and then wait a little not long you need to wait actually.
No, like even just a minute.
Even just a minute.
Yeah.
Even just a minute. And then, sorry, was that a good Irish accent?
No,
and
it was
then,
a terrible Irish accent.
I'm so sorry.
Sounds like a leprechaun.
Oh, I am a leprechaun there. And then you put your retinol on. Now, you needn't, this is also very good as a sort of treatment, you know, because people don't always have congested skin.
Yeah.
So another way you can use it, Claire.
So I would, if you have breakouts, sometimes I will just use it on the breakout to help actually treat it. So if I feel like I have a blemish coming up overnight, I actually will put it in that specific place. And then it will generally either not happen the next day or definitely be a lot less prominent than it would have been. I don't necessarily recommend you're buying all three of the liquid exfoliants and trying to, it gets too complicated. Obviously, advanced users and the fact that we are using and testing the products every day, we are mixing and matching and finding the best ways to use everything. Yeah. But I would say that the BHA is great as the 3 times a week. Yeah. It's got the salicylic acid based. So salicylic acid is a beta hydroxy acid. So the BHA, which is really good at declogging your pores, is also helping with your oil balancing. So it's going to, if you use it consistently, and I wouldn't recommend necessarily every day that it's needed because it is actually quite strong, but it will help to normalize your oil levels over time. Okay. Yeah.
So some people might already use a BHA exfoliant every day, and if they're used to that on the skin, then this one is a BHA, but there's many other ingredients in it too. So you might find it's a more complex formulation than the more traditional straight up BHAs on the market. So I think that it's really important to think about how often you need to use things. You leave these on. So I'm going to talk now about the difference between better off, and I'm going to do this. So let's say I'm now at my evening stage, just so you can follow through. So let's say it's been the evening and I've cleansed my skin with the balm, and then I'm using Better Off. And many of you have asked this yesterday. So Better Off contains AHAs and PHAs. So it's got things in there to exfoliate your skin as you are cleansing it. And then you might think, do I still need the BHA? And Claire had a really good analogy for describing why you do. So you could start with the analogy and then get on to the technical reasons.
Absolutely.
Okay?
So
I'm using
just
now Better
imagine
Off.
You have 10,000 emails in your mailbox. I'm sure I'm definitely a culprit.
Yeah.
The cleansing, so the AHA, PHA, so the acids that are in our current cleansers are helping you to get rid of the new emails that are coming in every day.
Day.
But they're not really getting rid of that backlog and the build-up of the dead skin cells and the congestion that might be in your skin. So having a leave-on treatment that you're using regularly is chipping away at that backlog, and it's actually trying to reduce your emails in your mailbox. So without that never goes away, and you'll always have the buildup of the dead skin cells that are coming through. So even though it's really great to have the gel cleanser with some acids in there, they're in a lower level. You just wash that off. It's only been able to work on your surface. It hasn't had time to go in deeper, and that's why we put a leave on there, and then it has that time to sink in. And what's great is we've made the consistency so light that you can apply it with your fingers. It's nearly as runny as water, but not quite. It has a little bit more to it.
A little viscosity, but not too much.
Very important that we did that, so it's super easy to apply.
Now, let's talk about the mothership, our Reveal Yourself, because this is, many of you have asked me about my skin the last few months, of why is my skin looking good. I mean, today I have been ill yesterday, so it's not looking its best, but the biggest change to my skin is probably 2 or 3 things, but one of those is using Reveal Yourself. And it's good for my skin. Now, my skin is not sensitive, and I don't generally have congestion. Ingrown hairs, Heather, I would say the BHA is going to be good for that, because that's blocking your pores and your keratin's getting stuck, and you want oil attacking oil, and salicylic acid and willow bark oil based things, BHAs, and they go and grab it. Is using AHA, Reveal Yourself. And this has in it 2 of my favorite. It's got malic and lactic acid. Now, in our cleanser, Better Off, we have those, but as Claire says, they go on, they help really to make an amazing cleansing routine. They come off. These stay on. Now I use this at night. When I started and when we were formulating and developing it, because we put in quite high levels, we wanted to just start gently. So I started gently every few days and I built up. So you can see the texture like that. You use 2 pumps. Don't forget to do your neck. And then you put that on like that. I always start on my cheeks actually. And then I go onto my forehead. Don't forget my neck. Go down to my décolleté if I wasn't wearing this top. And I'm going to be really working on deeply exfoliating my skin, really getting a glowy skin, balancing my hydration levels, and my skin will feel visibly smoother. And this is something that there are so many women who say, can't wait for you to bring out a moisturizer, because that's what they think they need for their skin. Now, every skin needs hydration.
Yeah.
But there are so many skins I know when I'm doing somebody's makeup and I'm doing this and I'm thinking, I can feel the texture. Yeah. And the texture has this slight roughness to it. And
especially dry skins.
Especially dry skin. Yeah. And you need to be using.
This is like the best one, I think, for, unless your skin is super sensitive.
The best one for the skin.
For
not
dry
the best
skin.
One. There is no best one.
For dry skin, is the AHA.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just going to fundamentally change that sense of dryness to your skin, because dryness, we always think, and we've had this conversation about dryness before, right? And we can talk about the fact that if you want to test, first of all, if your skin is dry or dehydrated, then stop having coffee for 3 days and drink lots of water. And if your skin still feels dry, then it's dry. But if suddenly you feel it's a bit better, then it's really about your hydration levels, how much water you're drinking and how much you're eating that removes water. So that's the first litmus test to do. The second test is, if your skin is dry and you'll keep thinking, I'll buy a new moisturizer, this moisturizer will change it, and nothing is, then it's not about the dryness, it's about the number of dead skin cells that are just lurking on your surface and maybe
blocking the hydration from getting...
And blocking all the hydration. It's like we talk about the dusty canvas. It's blocking everything from going in. And in itself, our Reveal Yourself is going in and actually really giving you that glow. And, you know, when you touch my skin, I mean, I am, you know, a little bit tired today, but you touch my skin, you know there is not one dead skin cell on there, that my skin has that. You feel the vibrancy, the energy and the life in your skin.
Because
and that's
Trinny, you've got younger skin that's actually showing through, because the dead skin is
It's
old
coming off.
skin is gone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's so
the
true,
newest,
so true.
the newest
So
possible
true.
skin is showing up. Yeah.
So now I'm just going to, from this, then this you do at night, but just because now I'm feeling I just need something on my skin to finish off for the day and have a glow. But, you know, it means that, you know, as you start to use it, what you'll find is when you then put makeup on, because I'm now putting on BFF, it just feels so much smoother in your skin, and nothing will feel that it's sitting so much on top of your skin. That's the incredible transformative effect of exfoliation, of liquid exfoliation, of using acids in the right way, where you're not damaging your microbiome. There's so much overuse of acids at the moment, of people just saying, oh my God, I want the strongest one, let me put it on my skin every day, twice a day, and it just is the worst thing to do. But use properly, and you know, that's why we've divided up our AHA, our BHA and our PHA, because we want people to really understand what is right for their skin.
And we also don't think that you have to go through the redness and the dryness. So when I have tried to use acids previously, especially glycolic based acids, I just get
that
stinging
irritation on your
and
skin.
redness, and it's just an unpleasant experience. I don't want to do that to my skin.
But we haven't really used any acids. That's why we haven't used glycolic, because we don't
Precisely.
want that irritation on the skin.
We've taken that and made it more accessible, because they're really performing, but we've taken this and put an anti-inflammatory approach. So we've always balanced putting in the AHAs, PHAs, BHAs with additional ingredients that are going to strengthen your barrier, protect your skin, help to make your skin stronger. Yeah. So
okay,
you
so
actually don't get irritation.
I know there's a ton of questions. Poppy is over here, and she's question queen. So Poppy, fire away.
Good morning. First question, how do liquid exfoliants differ from physical ones? Lots of women are saying they have scrubs in their routine.
Okay, so scrubs, which are made of apricot kernel or coffee beans or salt, you know, you put them on, and on the surface, they are just kind of rubbing away at dead skin cells, because dead skin cells are settling in the pores and they're on the very surface as well. So on a superficial level, they're great.
It takes 2 weeks for them to travel up to the surface, yeah?
Okay.
So you think you've got layers and layers and layers of dead skin cells getting ready to be sloughed off at the top, yeah?
All right, so the physical one is going to deal with those ones right
you
at
get
the top.
So you get immediate instant benefit, so you can feel the smoothness of your skin, but it's not really tackling any of the further layers down in the skin, which is what a liquid exfoliant is going to do.
Okay, great.
Yeah?
That's a good answer. All right. Next question.
Lots of ladies have said they've recently bought the AHA PHA cleanser, so they're asking why they then need an additional.
Okay, so as we were saying earlier, when you use the AHA PHA cleanser, it's like dealing with the emails in your inbox from today. It's going to go and it's going to clean your skin thoroughly and properly. It's going to give it a fantastic clean. But you need to deal with the backlog of the 10,000 emails you haven't opened from Ocado and Waitrose and your accountant or whatever, you know. So what the AHA or BHA or PHA is going to do is it's going to work on deeper levels of the skin, and it's a product that stays on your skin. You put this on and it stays on and it's working through your skin. Yeah.
But the cleansers are always wash off.
Okay. Now, Mary's saying, what about the little raised bumps as you get older? Well, little raised bumps can be rosacea, they can be Milia, which is sort of more like white bumps. You see them as white bumps. So if you're talking, because everyone is very subjective how they describe their skin. So without seeing your skin, it's very difficult to say what it could be. But if you do have a dermatologist you can go and see, and we will leave on today also, there's a very nice Meet the Derm or something that Jess, what's it called? The dermatologist find in your area. You sent me an email on it. Do you remember?
Oh, Get Harley.
Get Harley. So Get Harley is an online virtual dermatologist service, and you can make an appointment. So if you call them little red bumps, be good to identify what they are. So if it's Milia, Milia really benefits from BHA exfoliation, because Milia needs for those. What happens, how you develop Milia, is that the keratin, that is the kind of oil thing that comes out of your pores, gets hard and is blocked under the skin. And generally you need a really good facial to get it out, and then you need to be using a product to prevent buildup of oil, which would be the BHA.
I would say they would prevent Milia from happening, but you really need to go and get them lasered out, basically.
You need to get them out first, yes. Next question, Poppy.
Does this replace my toner in my routine?
Yes, now let's talk about toners. For those of you who grew up with the concept of a toner, let's talk about the difference, because sometimes there's a little bit of difference. Sometimes it's fundamentally different. So if you grew up like I did, when I had congested skin especially, and I grew up with Clinique 3-Step, and I used toner number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Toner number 4 was literally pure salicylic acid, wasn't it? It was like very high levels of what I would deem to be paint stripper, quite aggressive.
But this is the thing, is they're giving you the BHA and water in essence, and that is it delivering it, and it's not sophisticated in terms of the formula, so it's very stripping.
Very stripping. So I think that toner can be, I use rose water and witch hazel. Like that's
a hydrating toner.
I know, but I'm just saying all the different toners people could use. It could be, that's what you mean. It could be that you did a clarencing and there was it used to be called a toner, then maybe it's called now a mist or an essence. You know, people have taken what was just one category and they sort of made it 3. And, you know, the lightest kind of toner that some genteel, like my grandmother would do, is rose water. You know, and that's what I would call now a mist. It's just that stage where you think you're closing your pores after cleansing. And maybe you would sneakily, on that cotton wool pad, have a little bit of your makeup because you're using your toner to do the last bit of your cleanse. And if you watch all our cleansing films, you know that we kind of feel really strongly that to cleanse your skin, you need to cleanse it once, get all the makeup and SPF and pollution off your skin, and then you need to cleanse it again to really clean out your pores. So once you've done that, you can tone your skin. It's just a superficially nice thing, you know, if you tone your skin, if you put on a little spritz or something, it's just an interstitial. It's like an ad between the feature
People
films.
used to do like witch hazel, like as
Exactly.
astringent, as
Yeah,
in
an
you had
astringent,
to,
yeah.
the cleanser left such a residue on your surface that you had to remove it with the toner. Yeah.
So it's like, what I'd love you to do is think about resetting that concept. If you're in an era, or maybe you're sort of 40, 50 to 70, 80, and that generation, I think, grew up with the concept of a toner. So try and take a step back and say, what's actually really good for the skin? What are those things that developed in the last 30 years since I started doing the same routine I might be doing that actually I can bring into my routine that will fundamentally change my skin from that? It's like, for me, it's a similar analogy to somebody who's done the same makeup base forever and they don't realize there's better things out there to make their skin look great. And that's what acid exfoliation, liquid exfoliation is about. I would say dump the toner and think about how you introduce liquid exfoliation. So if you want to start really gently, and if you've been that toner person, do the PHA and use it in the morning and use it in the evening. Make sure your skin is thoroughly clean because it's going to do a lot more than removing the last of your cleansing. It's actually going to go in and help your skin, gently exfoliate it, boost the radiance, replenish moisture. Look at it like that, yes. Next question, Poppy.
Someone said, Claire, I've found acids too strong in the past. How are these different?
Well, I completely relate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Many people have had such a bad problem. That's why we did these.
Exactly, because most of the time I haven't been able to use acids.
Yeah.
Or I found the ones that I've had are too weak. Yeah. So these have been formulated specifically not to cause that irritation, to actually strengthen your skin, to help reduce the sensitivity, make your skin stronger overall, and still have that really efficacious effect. I use the PHA twice a day. I then add in the AHA a couple of times a week. And this is the first time in my life I've been able to tolerate an AHA. Yeah. And that is what I think we've tried to do, is make them really accessible and not scary. Yeah. So that every woman can enjoy, and it's just about finding which one is for you.
Yeah. I mean, I just think it's going to change your skin. I mean, it's going to change how you feel about your skin.
Yeah. I used to get hormonal breakouts all the time, and even just
I remember
using,
you used to get
I've never had them in my life, and then I was always getting every month really bad hormonal breakouts, and I started using our PHA because obviously we've been doing this a long time.
Testing all the developments we've been making in the lab for a long time.
You don't understand what she put me through to get. But I started just using the PHA because I was nearly too afraid to be really going into the AHA territory given my past history, and the PHA alone helped to actually decongest, so I stopped getting hormonal breakouts.
Fantastic.
They started first getting less and less severe, so then I thought, is that a breakout? Oh no, I don't. It's like a tiny mark, and then it just disappeared, and now I don't get it because it's about consistency also. Yeah.
Okay, now vitamin C in conjunction with a new leave-on exfoliator. So if you use a vitamin C in the morning, which is kind of the best time, excuse me, to use it. Then clean your skin in the morning, and if you use the PHA, and then use the vitamin C. And in the evening, cleanse your skin and use maybe the PHA if you're on that journey. And then you could use a retinol or a moisturizer. If you have slightly congested skin in the morning, you might use Better Off. And then you might want to use the PHA, or you could leave everything to the evening and just go straight to your vitamin C. And then in the evening, you cleanse your skin, cleanse it again, then use your BHA, and then you maybe use a retinol or whatever you like to end your routine with. If you have skin that's just my kind of skin, where I feel I don't have really congestion, but I want to keep that glow and vibrancy to my skin, then I use the PHA in the morning and the AHA at night. But I don't suggest you need to get both. So that's just me because it's my brand and that's what I do. And you always like to know what I do. But I would say if you're new to the idea of exfoliation, you think I wouldn't mind stopping that traditional way I've done my skin, then I would do the PHA route. It's a fantastic entry route to really understand it. And then if you feel you want your skin, it will help your skin also get stronger, and then you could sort of grow into the AHA, or you might find your skin has a few breakouts and there's a bit of an oiliness and you could grow into the BHA. Mm-hmm. If you have quite resilient skin that's oily and just misbehaves, then probably you will already be using some kind of retinol or differin or something for your skin as a nighttime treatment. And you could use this alternating nights with your retinol or differin, or you could use it before if your skin is really resilient. It depends how much you've got your skin used to ingredients, and you don't want to overburden your skin. Yeah.
And AHAs should make your skin slightly sun sensitive because they are having this dramatic exfoliation effect. So you should always use them at night time. But the PHA does not make your skin sun sensitive. So you can use it both times of the day. We say the BHA is at night because it actually also has a bit of mandelic acid, which is an AHA. So that's why we're just being precautious. So no matter what you do in your routine, always SPF in the morning. Anyway. Yeah.
Helena, could we use the 2 cleansers daily and the exfoliator a few times a week? Absolutely. Because that, that AHA, PHA cleansing is doing that gentle exfoliation, and then you can introduce whichever one feels most relevant to you and just use it 2 or 3 times a week. Listen to your skin, build it up slowly. Yeah, exactly. Are you going to put... Oh, I'm not going to say... What's next is next. That's what I tell journalists and everybody.
Next, so just,
lip lines, Debbie. I mean, lip lines are... Because you probably chat a lot, love to get to know you. And they just need that sloshing off. So, when you're looking at lip lines, there's... The kind of most important thing is, are you exfoliating your skin? Because, that's a witch's brew, which you want to keep removing. Are you doing a retinol, which you could put on lip lines too? And are you thinking of other treatments like fractional radiofrequency is very good as a more tweakment treatment for lip lines. Some people put filler into lip lines. I think it could be effective and sometimes not. But those are different stages to me of what you can do for lip lines. Emma, this very good question. I have rosacea. Found glycolic too harsh? Absolutely. Should not go near it. But I do have combination skin. What would you recommend? So I would say there's times, we discussed this earlier, when you're having a real rosacea flare up and when you're not. So should we start with that?
Yeah, because obviously there's different severity of rosacea, and without actually seeing someone's skin, it's very hard to say. But I would say that if you have rosacea that's coming and going, so you're having the flushes, you're getting a bit of redness, when you're having that, as I would call a flare up, if it's more the temporary that comes and goes, I would not use any liquid exfoliant while you're having a flare up. In between those phases, the PHA has been formulated really great for this type of skin. If it's really sensitive, you've got the glycine bonded azelaic acid. If you have rosacea and you go to a dermatologist, they're going to give you azelaic acid as one of the potential treatments. If you have real severe rosacea, you might get antibiotics or other different prescribed medications. But I think the PHA is definitely the one to go to, and if it is something that is a bit more severe, you should go to your GP and get treatments, because there's no cosmetic that can treat a medical issue, but in between we can maintain your skin in the best possible state and we can make it stronger. So that may be that the flare-ups are not as severe.
Caro is asking, I'm confused, are these different combinations of products depending on your skin written down anywhere? So what we have on the website, Caro, is we have who they're best for and what skin goal you're looking for. So, when we pick up the PHA, which is Tiptoe In, we say this is best for a more sensitive skin. It's if you want gentle exfoliation and glow and you want some hydration with the Trello hose, then this is for you, and you use it morning and evening.
Or you're just not that used to liquid exfoliants.
And you want to have a stepping stone
I would start off that. If you're a little bit nervous, start off there and get some confidence.
Exactly. If you find that you do have congested skin, oilier skin, and you're always trying to balance out that, then BHA, Find Your Balance, is for you. You can use it, before your period when you have those flare-ups like Claire was mentioning, or just every few days to sort of maintain that level of oiliness to come down in your skin, because it has ingredients in it that will tackle and reduce those oil levels, so that, 12 o'clock shine might become a 4 p.m. shine, because you're just balancing out your skin. And if you feel that you're sort of, 35 plus, drier skin, fine lines, you just feel you're going down that path of life and you're feeling, maybe you've lost the vibrancy to your skin. That's one way I can put it. You look in the mirror and you feel the energy, vibrancy isn't there. Your skin feels a little dry. Then using Reveal Yourself, our AHA, is really going to help. And you use that only in the evening, and you could use it every few days and build up slowly.
Yeah,
they
are all safe to be used daily. It's just whether your skin needs it.
Exactly. So we don't want any. And then, yes, I would say if you're using an eye cream, always use it first. Can these go around the eye area? When I do the PHA, I literally do it like that.
Yeah, I put it around, but I don't necessarily put it on my eyelids, and I don't make sure that it goes into my eye, obviously.
Yes, obviously. Yeah. Yes, exactly. And AHA and BHA can use the actual names of the products. Yes,
exactly.
it's very true. I'm really sorry. Our PHA is Tiptoe In. All right, that's gentle entry point, softly
slowly
exfoliating.
tiptoeing into the area.
Our BHA is find your balance. Think of balanced skin. Think of oiliness, balanced skin. The names are very, once you get your head around them, very explanatory. Think of what we reveal yourself, all right? That's like getting everything out and just
new
really
skin,
glow, and that's
deeper,
our AHA. Lipstick makes my lips dry and picky. Sorry to hear that, Jags. I don't know how we can think about that. Maybe a good, I'd say our lip treat is fantastic for that. All of our exfoliants are fragrance free, all right, yes, and they smell sort of, I mean, it's very difficult to say what that smells of. To me, it smells of the ingredients we're using, which are very, you just feel kind of, not even medicinal, just ingredients.
And the Find Your Balance has a bit of apple cider vinegar in it.
Apple cider vinegar,
so it has
you just have a gentle,
tiny vinegary smell.
Yeah, it does, that's right. I quite like that though, because I really know what it's doing.
Yeah.
Jags is saying, absolutely love it, makes my skin look brighter. Thank you. Yeah, that's great. Jane, please attach a link for these products and a description to each product for a referral as a reminder. What we'll do, Jane, is we'll put what they're for on the actual blog post and then links to the website. Where do you purchase the exfoliant? On trinnylondon.com. Alison, I'm confused what to use. I'm 54, I have good skin, no breakouts or oil. What would you recommend? Alison, if you don't have any sensitivity, I would use AHA, start gently. And I think what you'll do is you'll find what you consider good skin could look even better skin when you start using this. Because I think you'll notice that, you know, one thing in our 50s is we sort of might feel we wake up a bit sort of tired and no glow. And this gives you, you know, just that polish to your skin. That's kind of, it's like you've gone and polished, like you polish the dining room table on your skin. Jenny, what can I do for the deep lines around my mouth? I think I've tried to answer that, Jenny, a little bit earlier. Maybe this is, yes. Are you considering to make routines for the specific types of skin because it's hard to understand all at once? Anna Maria, it so is. And I think stick with us and you'll see lots of solutions. But when you go on the website, it's really clear under exfoliants and you look and you see who it's for, and we sort of say best for skin goals, and you're going to look and think that's me when you see that, and that should be really helpful. You lose the exfoliate and you leave it on your skin. So imagine like a toner, you know, you would keep that on your skin.
I just saw one there about acne. Can I use
Yeah.
this if I have acne?
Yeah.
So I would say the BHA, so Find Your Balance, is
Yeah.
really great at helping to decongest. It also has ingredients to help with the microbiome. So
Yeah.
the P. acnes is the bacteria that is helping to cause those spots. So it is really good at rebalancing that as well.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Any other questions, Poppy? You think we've really? Scott, will there be smaller size available for travel, etc., or can these be decanted without the ingredients deteriorating? First of all, these are 80 ml?
Yeah.
80 ml. And
75.
Sorry, I knew there was a thing. 75 ml. They last a long time. What I tend to do...
A little goes a very long way on this.
Literally, you
don't need as much as a cleanser.
No, you literally up to 2 pumps. But what I do is I tend to, if I'm going away for a week, I just decant it in a Muji thing, and that's fine, and it won't deteriorate, you know, if you're in a thing that you've closed and tightened it. And, you know, we obviously, you know us, the brand, so we're thinking about things like that. And we might have things in the pipeline, but not for a while because they take a long time to do. That's it. I think that's it. Can I use the BHA and the AHA on alternative days, one for my oily, spotty skin and the other for aging? It's an interesting question because I don't want to feel anyone needs to buy two, but I would say even using the AHA is good if your skin is a bit congested, but you could, you know, it depends, because this is something that I think is all about how much you want to treat yourself. So if you could treat yourself and you wouldn't mind that you could buy two, I would say use the BHA. Like Claire was saying, you know, when you know if you're having that hormonal breakout, maybe start it a few days before, and instead of alternating one night and one the other, I would just, during that whole upsetting of your skin due to hormone fluctuations, you use the BHA, and the rest of the time use the AHA. you could do that. But BHA is also giving you the glow to your skin. It's not just tackling oiliness. There's lovely acids in there that give that glow. And
I think they're
exfoliation.
both going to be super beneficial. It's if you have a real problem with the oil, I would go with the BHA. If not, and aging is a bigger concern and you just have problematic blemishes, I actually think you should try out the AHA first.
Okay.
And I think that's actually going to help to decongest, not clog your pores anyway with the dead skin cells.
Yes.
And I think it can help. That's what happened for me anyway.
Would the balance one be good for the T-zone, which can be oily? Yes, it would be. And also, when you say you do that for the T-zone and another one for the rest of the skin, I don't think you need to.
No,
I think
we have mantelic acid in the Find Your Balance, so that is also an AHA. So I think you should put it all over. It will balance your T-zone and also help the other areas. So I think you're all good.
Yeah. Will there be samples? If you go on the website and you're buying something and you're not buying within that category, you are offered at the end of checkout 3 samples, and one of those samples will be the exfoliant. But you have, if you are buying one exfoliant, I don't know if you'll be offered the other 2. I think you are still.
We should.
Yeah,
if not, I'm sure we can make that happen.
Yeah, we just don't offer you what you already have in your basket.
Yeah, you should get the others for sure.
So that's it. Mary Judith, I'm 60 with dry sensitive skin, so PHA, yes. PHA.
Deal with your sensitivity first.
Yeah.
So the most thing you need to consider is this level of sensitivity in your skin.
Yeah.
If you're sensitive, just go with a gentler option.
Yeah, which is
Don't have a
Tiptoe
bad
In. Go with
experience.
Tiptoe In.
Go with Tiptoe In.
Yeah.
It's still going to have a really great effect, even for aging skin. Obviously, it's just going to happen a little bit slower and a little bit more gentle.
Yeah. Eek says Sarah, perimenopausal at 53, combination skin prone to chin breakouts. We'll check the options on the website. I mean, the AHA or the BHA are going to work for you. So, okay. But if oiliness is your issue, go for the BHA. And if it's just breakouts and aging, go for the AHA.
That would be my strategy, but both, you're not going to go wrong with either, to be honest.
You're not going to go wrong with it. I'm 65, good skin. Which moisturizer would you recommend? I live in Israel. Darling, I'm going to say you need an AHA. I mean, if you're in the sun as well, I need to make sure you're using SPF, because it's important when you're using AHA that, and I just want to, we mentioned this only once on this live, but to come back to this, it's really important to be using SPF because it makes, it's just...
Well, 90% of your aging is caused
by the sun. So I would say, I think you should start trying Reveal Yourself.
Yeah.
And then you might need less of a moisturizer is what I'm going to say. Never used anything like this before, as skin can be sensitive in my 50s, then start with the PHA. Anything for papulosa nigra, please. My eyes are bumpy and I really love Trinny products.
I don't think we have... obviously, we're not targeting eyes with any of these acids, so I think you should go and see or just a good esthetician. Yeah.
Yes, I would agree. Maybe you could do a match to me for skin type. What's the best way to apply?
You're terrible at keeping a secret.
No, I'm not keeping any secrets. I'm just going hello. Hello. So I'm watching Downton Abbey again as a rerun, so my voice is going to be more hello. You'll fancy a cup of tea. It's very simple how you use them. So you're going to do 2 things, which is so more than enough, and you go like that and you just put it on your skin. I use my fingertips and I make sure I go everywhere. I'm putting this now over something, but I just want to give you a sense
a bit more gentle.
But I will do that. I'll do my neck there, and then I'd move on if it was daytime with my vitamin C. If I was doing a nighttime treatment, I would then actually put on a retinol on top. But you want to build up to using 2 products at night. And, when I first started using, I used a Reveal Yourself one night, and then I used a retinol the other night. What we'll do is we will do... so another question very quickly. Does AHA and BHA make skin more sun sensitive?
Only AHAs make skin more sensitive.
Yeah, so you just have to be careful. Yeah. Where does it sit with double cleanse routine for oily to combination skins, and which goes with exfoliant? So I would say, this is just what end on this actually. If you've just bought Be Your Best, you probably, at the Enzyme Balm Cleanser, you probably feel you have normal to dry skin, all right? So you've bought that and you're double cleansing with that. I would say its best friends are, if your skin's a bit more sensitive and you're very new to the idea of liquid exfoliant, I would use Tiptoe In, all right? And you could use that morning and evening. And if you are, you know, using Be Your Best, but you feel your skin's a bit dry and a bit then I would go to Reveal Yourself, and you use it at night after you cleanse your skin and before Moisturizer, or building up to before retinol if you use a retinol. But just gently introduce it every few nights and build up slowly. Listen to your skin. If you have got just the Better Off AHA PHA gel cleanser because you identified having oilier skin, then Find Your Balance is your best companion. So at nighttime you use Better Off to cleanse your skin. You might use it twice. And then you would put on Find Your Balance nighttime only, build up slowly. If you double cleanse and you do Be Your Best cleansing balm at night, and then you follow with Better Off cleanser, probably your skin is neither incredibly dry or incredibly oily. You just love that double cleanse. And therefore, you have an option of choosing from the three, but I'd probably say you'll choose the AHA or the BHA. You'd choose Reveal Yourself or Find Your Balance, because if you're using the gel cleanser, probably your skin is not sensitive. So therefore, you don't need to use Tiptoe In. You can go, you know, onto Find Your Balance for oilier based skin, Reveal Yourself for sort of gently aging skin.
So I would say the main one is Reveal Yourself is the core of the core routine. Yeah. And unless you've got more sensitive or you're a little bit more nervous to start into that, I would go with the PHA, which is the Tiptoe In. And if your skin is like more oily, then it's about Find Your Balance. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I think what we'll do, because you've really helped us today as well, is we're going to just refer mainly to
the names.
Tiptoe In.
Yeah.
Find Your Balance, Reveal Yourself. It's much easier, and you're really helpful with that, because I realise as we're talking that you're wanting to
slip into our language.
We slip into our sort of technical lab language.
Yeah.
There are refills. When are the refills coming out?
The refills will be actually in a couple of weeks. They're going to be ready. Yeah.
Okay. So I hope that that's helped, and we can't wait for you to try. They are going to really transform your skin. I can't tell you
This
enough.
has made the biggest difference to my skin, because I've always had the congestion that has built up as an adult and never when I was younger. And this has been the thing that's made my surface texture so smooth.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And I'd identify with that fully. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch up soon.